Happy morning and evening, dear friends and masters. Welcome.
Beauty thing about Patriji is that he made meditation democratic. It's there for everyone. It's not for some special people, elite category. You don't need to understand a lot of things to come to meditation. It is very, very simple. It is simply sitting down with our eyes closed and observing the breath.
What a greater joy than spreading this message of meditation. As we always keep saying, Annadana is important, Vidyadana is important, but Dhyana Dana is the most superior thing.
Personally, meditation did one thing. That one thing was calming the demon in the mind.
So as a quantum leader, you are looking to be, you are at the highest level of understanding that we are all one. That oneness experience starts developing.
So a lot I've seen change where it's helped me find answers that who am I, what am I destined for, and then the way I've headed now.
Air inside the pyramid itself, it gets ionized because of the energy, which invariably it leads to increased oxygen levels and also improved brain function. That's what the research says.
Have seen benefits in terms of developing mindfulness. I don't have to remind myself for any event. I'm able to give my best at any moment of time.
By faithfully following the process and dedicating myself fully, I noticed significant change in my thought process within just 3 months.
So I live a purposeful, meaning and looking forward each day in my life. That is the greatest benefit I receive.
And this is a beautiful, beautiful platform that helped me evolve emotionally.
It's really exciting. Some of my key learnings so far have been acceptance and surrender.
Confidence to take my own decisions have come, and I feel more empowered. So
through this meditation, I also learned how to not take everything into personal.
The calmness of just sitting in meditation, it makes me feel very, very nice.
I used to eat foods several times. Now that also reduced because of the meditation.
A lot of positivity. And I started aiming high in terms of goal personally and professionally.
Connected with that field, that gave me a lot of confidence, felt worthy of things.
My stomach issues, I think some acid issues also dissolving, and my stress is going continuously decreasing.
The conflicts between the colleagues are getting resolved, and sister doctor conflicts are going away.
Every time I used to gulp a lot. Now at least I'm observing and taking having mindfulness eating and few other steps are taken.
I actually started, I used to have a lot of thoughts coming in, but gradually I feel that all my thoughts are going down.
So the sleep quality has improved, the sleep pattern has also improved. I am able to utilize that late night time with children for their studies.
On the top of this, now that I've added meditation, I'm in a state of bliss, I feel.
I used to get migraines. Out of nowhere, I get sharp headache. I take 15-minute break and put the track. It is doing wonders to me.
Diabetic patient more than 15 years. Everyone told due to that diabetic, you get this burning. But with my strong belief, I stopped using the medicine also.
I never used to get sleep early, but now as soon as I touch the bed, I go to sleep.
So it was not one promotion, it was not two promotion. He gave me 3 promotion and put me as a head of technology there. So that's the possibilities or the opportunities, right?
More of pure intentions and more of beautiful thoughts has to come out from myself, so that I would manifest all the good things.
I became very much mindful of everything. I started living a happy life, I would enjoy each day.
Most of the things that make me a strong person through meditation.
So first and foremost thing, my stress got reduced. So I became more energetic.
So when my life was filled with all this, full of darkness, meditation came as a light.
Every time life gives me an experience, feeds me an experience, I just need to engage.
and that gave me a lot of peace.
My stress started going away and anxiety is released. My body even coming to a normal stage. Even I had asthma initially. That asthma also, without me knowing, it went away.
There came a point where I saw a lot of benefits personally, and I manifested a lot of things in my life.
It's very, very transformative. People and my friends who have seen me then till now, they see, and there is so much of joy, like that inner child that comes out.
After the meditation, the serenity, the day becomes very easy.
Group meditation is really wonderful, and it creates a very good vibration, very good synchronization and things like that.
Happy morning and evening, dear friends and masters. Welcome to day 1 of the Manifest Elevate Your I program. I would like to take this minute to introduce the Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, Transforming Leadership Through Meditation. Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation is dedicated to building spiritual governance, organizational growth, and holistic well-being through the power of breath mindfulness meditation and scientific meditation wisdom. Inspired by the teachings of Brahmashri Patriji, founder of the Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, PSSM, the foundation was established as a non-profit entity by corporate leaders Mr. Chandra Pulmurasetti, Mrs. Lawrence Guhard, Joy, and Mrs. Vani Chandrasekhar, and is a core part of PSSM. Mentored by Padma Shri Dr. Karthikeyan, Dr. S.V. Balasubramanian, Padma Shri Dr. R.V. Ramani, and Dr. Newton Kondavati. It's run by a team of global volunteers who are primarily corporate professionals. With thousands of meditation sessions conducted globally, the foundation has empowered hundreds of thousands of individuals, from corporate executives and professionals, government officials, to graduating students since its inception in 2020. Through its Project Excellence and Project Meditation initiatives, Buddha CEO organizes global and regional meditation leader conferences to create awareness and aid policymakers to rapidly adapt meditation in organizations and societies. The Buddha CEO public mobile app and Be Supermind corporate mobile app further amplifies this mission, offering structured multi-day programs with ease and regularity. Additionally, the foundation publishes insightful meditation literature, conducts flagship programs like 40-day corporate programs, 21-day youth program, regional language programs, and intensive advanced meditation retreats, both online and in person. Dr. Chandrapur Murasetti is the Chief Meditation Mentor and the founder of Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation. He's the Senior PSSM Master and founding trustee of Pyramid Valley International Meditation Center. Dr. Chandra is a successful entrepreneur, former vice president of IBM Corporation, transformational meditation coach, and board member and advisor of a few non-profit organizations. Associated with Brahmashri Pitamaha Patri, founder of PSSM, since 1999, he was inspired and deeply transformed by the teachings of this grand meditation master and continues to volunteer for many projects of PSSM. Dr. Chandra studied several masters from East and West, including Dr. Joe Dispenza, Swami Rama, Neil Donald Walsh, Seth, and many more. Dr. Chandra has been practicing meditation for over 24 years now, teaching regularly to organizational leaders and professionals, and conduct multi-day advanced meditation retreats. He travels extensively year-round for meditation propagation along with Master Vani Chandrasekhar. Dr. Chandra attributes his great well-being, growth, and purposeful living, including the acquisition of his software company and the work of Buddha CEO, to the powerful teachings based on meditation and manifestation. Dr. Chandra shares the dream of Brahmashri Patriji for spiritual world being established in the shortest possible time, where everyone transforms into a meditation leader and contributes to this cause significantly. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Kia. That's a long introduction. Okay, tell a little bit about yourself, please. Your meditation journey.
So my meditation, I've been meditating for more than 10 years now, but I've been officially properly meditating under the guidance of Chandra sir for last 2 years. So the journey started with Global Conference for Meditation Leaders 1, which has now, we have recently had the conference 3, and I've still been part of the community. But my entire journey, my entire strength, my entire resilience, everything, the compassion, the surrender, the concept of service. Truly living, this is the concept that I've learned under the guidance of Chandra sir, meditating regularly. And I started saying this exactly in 2024 itself, within 6 months of my journey, that meditation is equal to breathing for me. So, how breathing is important, that's exactly the importance of meditation for me. And I owe it all to Buddha CEO and Chandra sir. And since then, I've been part of multiple programs, be it AMRs, IMRs. Recently, I got to experience IMR under the presence of sir. And I think that is my greatest win and establish in this birth, in this life. Thank you, sir.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Happy evening, dear friends and masters. Great morning and afternoon for those from the West. Manifestation is an important topic. Is important because everybody has something to realize in their life. It's important for everyone because everyone, depending on where they are in their state of evolution, their life cycle, they all want something. Some want to have health, some want to have some growth in their career, some want to connect with others, some want peace of mind, some want to know what that is out there, realizing themselves. Everybody wants something. Abundance, love, some want energy, many ways, many things. But everybody at the end of the day are looking for something. You're looking for something. That's all it is. Then you call that, how is there a way I can accelerate that thing that I'm looking for in my life? Many want to build pyramids. Many want to go and serve in non-profits. Many want to establish meditation centers. That is also goes through the same concept of manifestation. There is a big myth out there. I'm spiritual. I'm not supposed to ask for anything. But the fundamental premise is that everything is created through our intention. Everything out there in the universe is created through our intention. No matter who that is and what state that is, those in the body state, those in the mind state, those in the intellect state, those in the soul and energy state are still intending something to happen for them, and so then they create it. We call that manifestation science. Is there something that can help us to accelerate an experience that I'm seeking to have in my life? That's manifestation science. So welcome to this 5-session manifestation program. We got this covered today. We're talking from India. I'm calling from Bangalore, India. And we have globally many people attending this, both here in Zoom as well as through our Buddhasio app and then online through YouTube. Wonderful. So welcome. It's really our honor and privilege from Buddhasio Quantum Foundation to be doing this program, to be sharing our wisdom. The wisdom that we apply every day and night regularly. And this program fundamentally the foundation is meditation. A manifestation program, but is foundation of meditation. Meditation helps us to change and shift the energy. It helps to shift the mind, shift the way we think and feel about us. And so then it helps us to create a new reality. It helps us to accelerate a reality that we're seeking. Means experiences we are seeking in our life. I'm sure there may be some people who are new to meditation. Do you have a poll, Kia? There must be a poll for this program, so please check. And so there must be some people new to meditation. And so in this program, we're going to start about what meditation is doing to brain and body, and then how it really changes us. And then understand the sutras of manifestation. Then we go and cover about various sutras in the rest of the sessions. And every session that we have will have a meditation and an intense meditation. This is intense meditation, but something that is very easy to do and that everybody can easily go through. Even if you're a beginner, you can still easily go through it. The premise being that this is, by the time you finish this program, we'd like you to have a clear understanding of the science of manifestation and a clear path that you set out for yourself in a way that you know that you can go out and practice your regular meditations and then whatever techniques that you develop here in your life so that you realize your dream. It could be a job, it could be getting funding for a company, it could be growing and then gaining promotion, it could be you starting a nonprofit center, it could be you getting married, it could be whatever, it doesn't matter. But this science works for everyone because the science is based on meditation, science is based on thought. And so no matter where and who we find ourselves to be, this is universally applicable. And so we ask that we stay connected through it. Sometimes the topics, because there's a lot of subject that is covered, and so sometimes the topics one before the other could be there. And so I ask that we just stay through it, session after session, even if something is not clear, just stay through it for the second session, another session, then they will come together. But it is most certainly a very practical, experiential workshop. And so then it's not only theory, but also experiential workshop, something that I have personally experienced in my life over the years as I practiced meditation. And I too had several dreams and goals, and then applying the science of manifestation in a way that I'm able to realize several of my goals, including acquisition of my software company by IBM Corporation, then including growing Buddha Quantum Foundation. We are just about less than 6 years old organization, but then we are very happy to be able to say that we are organizing greater conferences while we have reached out to thousands and thousands of people to date in sharing the understanding that we have developed over a period. All of them go through the same concept that we will hear in this 5-session workshop. I came to meditation in the year 1999. My younger brother, medical doctor, GK, introduced this to me through Patrisa. Patriji is a Grand Master of Meditation, founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. Then in the beginning, I thought meditation is only for people who are retired, or people who have some serious challenges in life that they cannot get solutions elsewhere, so they're coming here helplessly. And I was very soon I realized it is completely wrong, a big myth. Contrary to that myth, meditation is shifting and changing life significantly forever. So many people struggle with physical health and mental health. Meditation is absolutely the solution. All illnesses are psychosomatic. Meditation is able to help people heal. I healed a chronic back condition, backache, chronicle. It used to recur. When it recurs, I used to lie down flat for 7 to 8 days. No other solution. It got healed completely. Today, I can't even believe that I used to suffer. I suffered for more than 12 or 14 years, that condition. But then now I look back and say, did I ever have it? Because it's gone, it's completely erased from my mind as meditation healed it. Mental health, significantly, and then meditation is providing significant relief and then elimination of and then gaining eliminating this mental health challenges for people, and then gain a sound mind, come back, gain greatest mastery over the mind. And most importantly, meditation is helping people to grow in their life, in their careers, in their businesses. So when I took to meditation, I recognized I healed my health beautifully without even looking for it. Just practicing meditation itself was sufficient to automatically notice a change in my health. I noticed people changing around me. Seems like I changed, but the way I thought about them changed, and so they changed. That's manifestation. If you change your thought about somebody around you, then automatically they change. If you notice and if you wish to experience a great friendship with somebody, you change your thought about them in a way that they become friends, and then they become friends to you. Vice versa. And so that happened for me at workplace. People I used to think biased, people I used to think are not cooperative, they all started becoming very cooperative, very neutral. Clients started responding positively because I used to think and visualize same process of meditation, manifestation, some of the techniques about how you walk before walking into the meeting. You sit down, simply visualize a quick visualization process of how you would like the meeting to go, and then invariably there is some beautiful outcome. If not, at least you had a great meeting. And so it was changing the way I experienced life. And so then I took to service of meditation, help being part of Patriji's many projects, and so I was there at Pyramid Valley International, helping Patriji's projects in the building it up. Parallel to it, I was continuing my career. I was a co-founder for a company called Synovi Technologies. Applied these same very techniques of manifestation several times, several challenges in the organization. But meditation gave me the strength to hold on, to persevere. And so then while parallelly apply these techniques, and so then in the end, is able to maneuver and steer the company towards acquisition in spite of several adverse challenges. Then somewhere along, the deep calling came to take meditation with a scientific voice as I was studying meditation deeply since the year 2002. Science and modern science in the form of neuroscience, in the form of quantum physics and psychology, are all explaining the effects of glorious effects of meditation. And so then with all that understanding, and I applied some of these techniques to have my company acquired, started Buddhasi Quantum Foundation to give meditation with a scientific voice to leadership, to professionals, in a way that if they transform, if they realize their dreams and goals and then transform, then it is helping everybody. Having a significant amount of resources, leaders and absolutely can help influence to take meditation to everybody. And so in that attempt, this program is a series of what we do of giving meditation through a 40-day program, which is incidentally starting one Monday. Typically, people start there, and then they come and take a program like this to manifestation workshop, a deep dive. Some of them, of course, starting with manifestation itself as a deep dive. Then we do other programs to do intense meditations, advanced meditation retreats, and so on. So let me put up a few charts here, folks, on this and take us through in this first session, introduction about meditation and also principles of manifestation science, right? And before I go through, how many of you here app live not working? Please check. Have you gotten somebody checking on the app live, please?
Yes, sir. We are checking in the back. I'm talking with Norm.
Do you have YouTube live for this?
Yes, sir. We have the YouTube live.
So can you send that link to people?
Yes, sir. We'll send.
Okay. Okay. Think 1 second. Yes. So, Brahmarshi Patriji, a grand master of meditation, I owe everything that I am about this whole science of meditation, my career, my life, in many, many ways has changed ever since I came into meditation. And it's all with his wonderful wisdom. Even this foundation, Buddhastic Quantum Foundation started, is all his deep inspiration. Deep inspiration is, Sai, the YouTube link not here, YouTube link to the participants who registered. Okay. And Zoom link and this one can be given.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So Patriji founded Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, taught this meditation that we are going to go through shortly to millions of people, many, many projects, pyramid meditation channels in several languages, and then many meditation centers, thousands and thousands of pyramids as meditation halls have been established through him. And this pyramid that's you're seeing here, beautiful Pyramid Valley International, it's called a meditation center in Bangalore, that I've been associated ever since I had this transformation in the year 2002. And is beautifully serving hundreds of thousands of people annually since that inception in the year 2005, and then it goes on serving, is giving the same meditation called breath meditation at free of cost to everyone who go there to learn and then understand and read spiritual science to know more about themselves. Part of spiritual science, part of science of meditation is the science of manifestation, how thoughts create a reality. Pyramids are great, provide great environment for meditators with a lot of intense energy flow. There's a huge science behind it. And we covered some of these topics in a 40-day meditation program that we do. But there's plenty of information is available on the Pyramid Valley International website. Then with a lot of practice and persuasion somewhere along the line, as I said, clarity of purpose led me to form Buddhastic Quantum Foundation along with my co-founders Lawrence and Vani. And we are beautifully supported by our mentors, Padma Shri Karthikeyan sir, Dr. R.V. Ramani sir, with Shankarai Foundation in charge, and then S.V. Balaprabhumaniam sir. They all are beautifully support Dr. Newton now. We've been organizing several programs. Some of them are these global conferences with several delegates in New Delhi, and then regional conferences around the world that we've been organizing. Of the many, many activities we do, it's beautiful to know that World Meditation is declared by United Nations in 2024. December 21st is World Meditation Day. And so it's an importance of meditation is gaining ever increasing. And it's in this backdrop, it's more and more people are practicing meditation now. It's wonderful to see that change. And then we see now many, many leaders also coming together, meditating. Only great days must be coming, as we know this. And so, dear friends, so this is 5 sessions, and we are in the session 1. So let me bring up a few things here. Mind of great leaders. Our thoughts create reality. Mahatma Gandhi is a man who is but a product of his thoughts. What he thinks he becomes. Mahatma Gandhi had one singular aim. Can anybody tell? You can write in the chat. Please open the chat for this whole duration. You can write in the chat. And he started this movement to gain independence for India in 1905. And if the freedom came in 1942. That's several years of persuasion. He never thought it's not possible. But he had this highest thought that with non-violence, we must gain independence, non-violence. Everything is possible. The science of manifestation says that it doesn't matter what you are thinking and dreaming about, it is possible. There's nothing that is not possible. And this manifestation, as you go through and then cover it, we will recognize. And then when we experiment it, we will come to know, and like many people who will come and share also during this program, how they manifested whatever they're looking for, as Mahatma Gandhi did with the singular power of thought. Henry Ford, the founder of this whole automobile industry, which is without which we don't know how much progress would have made in the Industrial Revolution post that era. But if you think you can do a thing or think you cannot do a thing, you're still right. This is Henry Ford. Again, pointing back to thought and saying it's up to us. We can say, oh, my condition is so bad, there's no way it's possible. That's your thought. You think it's not possible, it's not possible. But if you change that thought and say, no matter what, however condition it may be, I'm absolutely doing it. If you think that way, it is possible. That's what he's saying. He's been a very successful leader. And so this is the mind through which he's operated. You're trying to understand successful leaders of various kinds, whether social reformers, business leaders, and whatnot. What did they say and how did they operate? This is that. Napoleon Hill, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Walt Disney, if you can dream it, you can do it. He's one of the famous failures. People told him, you're not good for any creative jobs, and so then he was not given a job. But the mind is that he is a dreamer. He held on to the dream, and so if you can dream it, you can do it. In business, we say it. If you can see it, you can hold it. If you can see it means you can vision it. If you have it in your vision and you can hold it, that's why companies and businesses always want visions to be painted, meaning visions to be created. Because when vision is there, then you talk about it, you talk about it, so the thoughts arise about it, and so then eventually it comes into reality. The only reason why it doesn't come many times is because we abandon it. We have doubt, with our own doubt, and say, how is it possible? Am I daydreaming? Oh, they're all telling it's not possible, so it's not possible. We curtail ourselves. So successful leaders like Walt Disney are saying, you dream and then it's going to happen. So those are the leaders' mindset. Now here is an experiment, and we're talking about a little bit of placebo research. By the way, how many of you have attended this program in the before? Can you please write it in the chat if you have attended this program? Is the chat open for people? Why Bharat maybe alert here? Chat is okay. So people can write into the chat now. Right. Okay. So yes. So I see here I have attended a few of you, first time for some of you. It'll be good to know if some of people who are first timers who attended this program. Clear manifestation. Can anybody write, even though you attended, and why you're attending again? Can you write? What are the reasons why you attended again? You're attending again. Okay. To dwell into the topic further, I have lost the consistency, like to rebuild. Okay, more achievement, perfect. Manifest a job and got it by doing this program. Okay, that's wonderful. So those of you manifest something or attended, please do write it, what it did to you. That's great. Please do write in the chat what it did to you. Another minute will take. The thing is this, a program like this, when we are going through, and there is enough stat to say that we normally absorb 5 to 20%. We absorb 5 to 20% of what we are speaking. I did that too. I attended a workshop, manifestation workshop in the year 2009 by Dr. Newton. I thought I understood everything. Then I was utilizing some of the principles, and then I was going through my vision board, imagination, a lot of that. Only later in the year 2014, my company got stagnation. I was not able to move the company's revenue needle. And so then I came across another manifestation book by Dr. Joe. And then I realized, oh, there is something called limiting belief, which I completely missed. I missed the whole concept itself, let alone several nuances. And so then my manifestation was not necessarily growing forward because limiting beliefs really limit us. So it's a great idea to come back and to attend again and again and again until it becomes a second nature. And then it is a great idea to pay close attention to some of these slides and then talks that we're doing. And then those of you first timers, and absolutely it'll help a lot, a great deal if you take a paper and a pen and start making notes of any point that you feel are important. Okay, because there is a neuroscience connection to it. When you take notes, you are signaling the brain to record, associate that notes what you write with the lecture that you're hearing. So there is a lot going on out there for brain to index it, and so they make it easy for you to recall it. Wonderful. Thank you for responding, saying about what this program did to you. I became positive than before. I purchased my first car, even though not financially ready. Wonderful. I got my promotion. I had difficulty to let go. After attending Elevator Energy, I was able to let go. Great. Thank you. A lot of stuff going on there. So this research, this experiment is one of the most fascinating research done by some folks from Harvard. In a week of time, senior citizens who were placed in a resort became youthful and young again and able to exhibit a lot of energy and change their lifestyle and habit, the way eat, think, and feel in 1 week because they believed that they're younger. What did they do in this experiment? They took senior citizens of 40 to 60-year-old into a resort and they decorated the resort to be 20 years back in time. So the experiment was done in the 1990s, early 1990s. And so they decorated the resort to be early 1970s. The look and feel of it, the dressing style of the people in the resort, the furniture, the TV, the program they are seeing, the food dishes from 1970s. Now the people who are living in the 1990s. So senior citizens, 40 to 60-year-olds, were there in that resort for 1 week. They've been asked and said, hey, go and do your vacation for 1 week there. Here is one thing you do. When you are there, you just spend time. Now, don't bother about home and all of it. Everything is taken care. You simply go and enjoy. They told them two groups. One group, they said, you just enjoy. Second group, they said, you every time you remember yourself, you say, I am younger by 20 years. So one group, just enjoy. Another group, whenever you remember, say, I'm younger by 20 years. Now, tell you what, after 1 week, what they found is astonishing. They found that some of these people grew in height. They were dancing more, they were eating more, they were playing more, they were sleeping less, they're jumping more, talking more, everything that one would do when they're young, youthful. 40 to 60-year-old here started behaving as if they're 20 to 40-year-old. 20 years youthfulness they gained. How many? According to the research, 63% of the people, that means 2 in 3, become younger. Those of that group of people who decide not only spending time, but also telling themselves that I'm younger by 20 years every now and then, 2 in 3 have become younger. Whereas those who simply stayed there, 44%, nearly 1 in 2, become younger. That is a substantial change in 1 week. So your thoughts have something to do with your reality. So they all forgot about who they were in a week. And they're staying and they're talking to each other and everybody exhibiting the same energy. And so they were now behaving toward the end of the 1 week. They started eating a lot more than what they would eat. You know what happens. when you're above 50, family members, everybody, and then your medical advisors, everybody tell you, oh, come on, be careful. Don't do that. Come on. You may be in your youthful days, you'll be playing really hard, but be careful. Your back can stretch. What do you think you are? Huh? Don't climb so fast. Don't do this. Don't do that. So many don'ts come. And so we get conditioned. And we stop doing it. We believe that's true. And so body responds to it. But here, everybody is saying, because they've been told and briefed and said, simply forget yourself and your thoughts have something to do with your outer reality. And so just go out and there and experience. Now, they were being reminded of their memories of the youthful state life. When they were young, 20 to 40 years, that time, whatever the memories they had, they're being reminded constantly by the resort decoration. The people there, they're talking in that language. And so they got reminded of that youthful time. And so they're living thinking that's the way. And so then slowly, slowly they became younger. Isn't that astonishing? 1 week, and you can become young. Thereafter, they went back, and then I don't know exactly how many months this change lasted. It does last enough before you get conditioned back again by the environment, by the people around you. This is called placebo research. What you believe is what you create. This is another case. And there is a book that I came across. Dr. Joe Dispenza is an amazing, amazing master. In fact, I am deeply influenced by Patricia in what I am, but then I am definitely have gained a lot by studying Dr. Joe Dispenza significantly and in his programs. One of the books he wrote, You Are the Placebo, is an amazing book to read. Anybody who wants to manifest things, and that's the book, must be read. Combining quantum physics, combining meditation, combining neuroscience, documenting this placebo research, documenting several cases of people who healed some astonishing condition that can no way medical science says can be possible to be cured or healed with. And so the manifestation of science is a lot in different forms is explained in that book. While it does not necessarily cover all the sutras we're going to talk about here, but it's a great resource. You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza. We have a WhatsApp group. I believe if you join the WhatsApp groups, then you will be posted some resources in there. One of them is a list of books, but it will be useful for those of you who are joining this first time. So placebo effect and research on World War injection. So the same thing in World War II. I'm going to move a little faster now. In World War II, there are a lot of people who were getting injured, and then so they needed operations. One of the hospitals ran out of anesthesia. One of the nurses was intelligent, knew about the concept of placebo. What is placebo? A fake medicine is given, but the expert tells the patient that you are given the medication, so and then which is the right medication, take it and you'll be all right. This is used in many drug companies to develop and release new drugs and new tablets. They have to use this research. They have to give it a fake pill to a set of people who are, let's say, diabetes drug they're coming out, fake pill to the diabetes group of people that are suffering diabetes, and then a real pill, that is what is being brought out by the drug company to a group of people. And then the effect of fake pill, but then while the doctor is prescribing the fake pill to the patients, he tells that here is a new drug I'm prescribing you, it's going to do a great effect to you. And to the real pill also is giving to some patients, he's telling the same story. I'm giving you the real drug. A new medication that's coming to the market is going to solve a lot of things. For both the groups, he tells the same. And so here, the patients who take the fake pill still see significant amount of benefit because they believe the doctors and then they think that the medicine is going to work, and so it works. Called placebo effect. Even though it has a fake pill, maybe simple sugar-coated balls, but still it works. And same way here, the nurse who knew about this concept of placebo started giving salt water as anesthesia to the patients. She did not tell the doctors. She told them, I just gave them anesthesia so you can go and operate them. And so the patients thought they got it, and so they are in the state. And so the doctors operated, apparently, this story. And then several people got saved their lives because of this nurse. Placebo effect. Now, this experiment, Rene Poe, and this you'll find plenty of videos on the YouTube, is the scientific experiment that I'm always, every time I think about this, it just makes me feel like, wow, that's the power of a thought. That's the power of thought human has. If chicks can exhibit power of thought, and so then humans easily can exhibit it and then actually gain what they want, if only we knew about it. And so this experiment is telling that way. So this is, they're taking a canvas and a table. So what you see a rectangle, you think of it as a table. On the table, a canvas is put. On the table, a canvas is put, and a random number generator, they put a magnetic needle in the center. Think of a magnetic needle at the center here, the needle here. A magnetic needle connected, drawn, put here, is calibrated a random number generator, which produces numbers 1 to 100. A random number generator produces numbers 1 to 100, and the needle, this needle is placed here at the center, and it is calibrated that every time number 1 to 50 come, the needle will move to the left side and plot. Every time numbers 51 to 100 come, the needle will move to the right side and plot. It's a random number generator producing random numbers. You know what happens, random numbers are generated. If you let the random generator produce a number, let's say once every second, after an hour, you have about 3,600 samples. And it's random generator, so what will happen? You would think that the random number generator will even it out, right? Over a period of time, the numbers are even. The numbers that come below 50 and the numbers that come above 50 should be roughly identical, right? That's how random generators work. Over a period of time, they are random, and so then they are producing on both sides. So when you look at this picture, and assuming that there is central imaginary line is there, and if we draw the line, and I want to ask you and say, how much of is the left side from the center, left side and right side, are they equal? Is the magnetic needle, did the needle spend equal time on the left side and right side? Are they equal? Because the needle is going and plotting on left side and right side every time a number comes. So numbers 1 to 50, numbers 51 to 100, one to the left and to the right. And if you notice this picture, and I would like you to tell, is it equal 50-50? You probably say no. Is it 60-40? Many people have said and always say, yeah, it seems like 60% left side, 40% right side. Some say it's 55 on the left side, 45 on the right side. But somewhere there, it's 60-40, but it's not 10-90. It's close to 50. 60 is close to 50, 40 is close to 50. So there's somewhere there, which means that if you played the random generator for some more time, continue the experiment some more time, maybe they would have become equal some point. This is an experiment they've done for an hour, and this is what they've noticed when the random generator was just producing numbers, and then a needle is plotting. Now here is what they've done. Now they put a cage on the right side of it, and then put 15 newborn chicks onto the right side of it. Then they repeat the experiment for 1 hour again. Everything remains same. 1 hour of random generator generating numbers 1 to 100 randomly. If numbers are 1 to 50, needle goes to the left side. Numbers are 50 to 100, needle goes to the right side. Now chicks are there extra. Now this is what they find. Now if you notice this picture, when they added 15 chicks and everything always being the same, but suddenly this magnetic needle started behaving differently. Now it's going and it went only to the right side towards where the chicks are, as I notice it. It did not go other than varying a few times onto the left side. Otherwise, it just stayed on the right side completely. It's the same random number generator producing still numbers 1 to 100 because this generator is somewhere. And the numbers come to the needle. Needle is supposed to go to the left side when the numbers 1 to 50 come, but needle decided to go to the right. What is happening? Can anybody guess? Can anybody tell? Why is it that when the numbers come, less than 50, it should have gone to the left and plotted, but plots on the right. Why? Can anybody guess? What is the reason? Those of you who attend the workshop, what is the reason? Please tell. Write it. The electromagnetic field. Somebody wrote electromagnetic field. The intention of the chicks who think it is their mom is enough to make the needle come towards them. Renika gets 100 marks. Awesome. All right. So that is the answer. The chicks, newborn chicks, think anything that moves, because they don't have a great vision at that time, that anything that moves is their mother. That's how they recognize the mother, newborn chicks. Now, what is moving in this experiment? The needle. So as the needle started moving in the beginning, and that perhaps why it explains that why a few times the needle is on the left side, as it started moving, the chicks immediately detect and say, oh, this is our mother. Now they want to go, isn't it? A newborn always recognizes their mother. They want to be the mother, you know it. Even if you have 100 women, if a newborn is in the room, they will readily recognize who the mother is. They want to carry the baby towards, and then they will know it. The babies know. Same way, the chicks know. There is something in there magically telling them. The energy is there. The chicks wanted to go to the mother, but they're in a cage. They can't break the cage. So what would they do? They desperately think of it as calling, mom, come, mom. So that's what they're asking for. And so the needle, essentially their energy, their feeling, they believe this is their mom and they would like to be close to the mom. So their intention is there that they want to be close to the mom. And so then, dear friends, something happened. That energy moves the needle towards them. 15 newborn chicks. You know, newborn chicks are how strong they are. Are they very strong? They really can hold a human sponge, do you think? They're so fragile. You know, even if you take, I don't know how many of you even touched a newborn chick. It's so fragile. And even if you hesitate to touch it because, like, you know, it might just fall off. Such fragile newborn chicks have the power to move the needle towards them. So if chicks can do it, and humans have such a significant conscious mind, big part of the brain of human is conscious mind that chicks don't even have it, by the way. A big part of our brain, a conscious mind, has got imagination, it's got a feelings that a lot produce a lot of thought energy is right there. And then they should be able to do it then if chicks can do, if only they believe. The problem is we have too much doubt. Do you think in this case, in this experiment, the chicks were doubting that, will that be my mother? Do you think they ever be doubting at all? Anybody? Any guess? Would the chicks ever be doubting that will it be their mother? You know that no way. There's no way any animals, any of them will doubt. That they're driven by instinct. They're just come through feelings. Feeling, there's no question of thought. It's a human who has this whole logical mind that's saying, oh, is that possible? Can I work? Will it work? Will it heal? Is it permanent? Is it the right doctor? Is that a medicine right? All kinds of doubts are there. Doubt is a negative reality, negative intention. Doubt creates negative intention, so negative reality created. So you sabotage. So that's the point. If you believe something strongly without a doubt, like the chicks, then you must draw that into your life. Placebo effect. So, dear friends, there are several experiments like that. I'm going to skip this story. There are so many stories on this, but then I would like us to move forward and say there are several experiments like this on the senior citizens, chicks experiment, World War II saline, and then there is, you know, positive side is what I just covered. There are negative side too. A group of this Cambodian women who had gone through torture, where the children were raped in front of them by Cambodian the aggressors that time, caused the women to not believe in their future. And so then suddenly they lost their vision. Medical community were astonished and said, why are they losing vision? Because in the tests, everything looks good for the eyes, but they don't see vision. They all are reporting that we can't see properly. because they're decided they don't want to see the future because their children gone through deep atrocities in front of their eyes and their husbands were killed and all of that happened. And so they believe life is hopeless. And so then they lost the vision. This is also one of the reasons for many, many children early on losing vision when they see fighting parents, when they see significant challenges in their life where they feel that no, there's no safety, security, and then it's going to be a tough hill for them. And so then slowly, slowly it comes down to the vision because they don't like to see the future. Psychosomatic. Many such experiments are there, dear friends. All of them point to a placebo effect, that if you believe, you create. Jesus Christ said, if you have the faith of the size of the mustard seed, you can move a mountain. When Jesus Christ used to walk, people used to go and touch him. Then he would immediately turn and say, hey, who is that? Who touched my robes? Somebody says, me, and I touch you because why do you do that? I touch you because I heal. Then he said, it's not you touching me is healing, it's your faith in me is healing. So we derive, so dear friends, we heard, we looked at the mind of great leaders. They said thoughts produce reality. Then we looked at placebo research, real research, placebo research. It says if you believe something, you bring it to your life. Now, quantum physics is an amazing science to know because there's so much connection to that and meditation. But one bullet out of that is this. When I read this in the year 2013, I was just totally taken aback. It is a big eye-opener for me that we in our body are practically where emptiness filled with energy. Because in quantum field, electrons, neutrons, protons, they're all eventually are everything is made up of in the universe. And if you take an atom here, as you see in the picture, it's all empty. 99.9999% is empty, filled with energy. It means everything is energy. And everything is energy, is not separate, is one field, is interconnected field. If it is energy is all interconnected, it's not separate. They're not separate things. The light bulbs are all interconnected as one. They're all different light sources, but all connected as one single light. And so one single field of energy, that means we're all connected in this field of energy. And energy gives rise to infinite possibilities to become matter. This is quantum physics statement. Then how does energy become matter? If our body is all emptiness and energy, then what is this matter that we see? When observed, this subatomic energy becomes matter, particles. Observation is nothing but thoughts. We'll talk about this in deep detail in a session tomorrow, in session 3, how quantum physics experimentation is demonstrating that your thoughts are something to do with reality. This energy becomes matter through observation and what's called double-slit experimentation. We're going to go into the detail tomorrow. But essence of this is that our thoughts create reality. Quantum physics derivation. We derive from quantum physics experiments that our thoughts are creating reality. Placebo effects, thoughts are creating reality, thoughts and feelings. Great leaders, whatever you feel, whatever you dream, whatever you think is what you become. 3 things. Now, what spiritual science is saying? Spiritual science is directly saying, yad bhavam tad bhavati. What is your bhava is what you create. Bhavati, that happens. In Uttara Gita, there's a statement. Mukthabhimani, there's a stoka. Mukthabhimani mukto hi baddho baddhapi manyaha ya mati sa gatir bhavet. Yam kedantam satyam ya gati sa matir bhavet. Ya mati sa gatir bhavet. Mukthabhimani mukthavi baddho. That means it's saying essentially that if you feel you are tied up, you're bound, then you're bound. Baddhapi manyaha. Mukthabhi means you're liberated. If you think you're liberated, you're liberated. But if you think you're bound, you're tied up, and then you know freedom, you're tied. It's in your thought, how you feel. Ya mati sagatir bhaved, ya mati, the way your buddhi, how you think and feel, your understanding is your gati, your future, your life. MK then Tim Satyam, this is the truth. The spiritual science, thoughts create reality. So, dear friends, whichever way you look at it, the foundation is that thoughts and feelings create a reality. This has to be sunk in. The whole workshop, this manifestation program is based on this premise. If thoughts create reality is there, then we start understanding where are my thoughts? How do I think about me, my experiments, experience that I seek? That's how we have to look at it. I'd like you to take a moment and then pause for a moment and then write about what you've learned so far. If you have somebody in your room, please tell them and discuss with them about this topic so far you learned. Please chat now. If you don't have anybody in your room, you can just write in the chat. To a friend, you're writing a message, your thoughts about what you learned so far. Can you do that? A minute. And neuroscience principle says that cells that fire together wire together. So every time you recollect about this, and when you tell somebody you're recollecting, when you recollect, you're firing new circuits, and then you're making it stick more. After this session, by the time you come to the next session tomorrow, let's say you remember only 30%. Now, just by doing this recollection right now in that minute, your ability to remember the same 30% will become 50, 60%. Do you want it? Then we invest that 1 minute time right now. You can write a message in this chat, or you can write a message to your friend and say, hey, look, tell you what, I just discovered our thoughts create reality. 4 ways. Any ways you look at it, it seems like it is true. And I'm going to experiment on this in this whole workshop in this weekend. Please write it to a group of friends right now. Okay, wonderful. So let me get to the next part. So we looked at this from various research that our thoughts are create reality. If that is so, then you ask a question. If that is so, where are my thoughts? What thoughts do you have? Am I saying when I wake up in the morning, oh man, one more challenge has come? Okay, today is going to be a really bad day because all these escalations are just really taking a big toll on me. Is that what you're telling yourself? Oh, you see your children playing games and say till early in the morning, you wake up and say, gosh, what are these guys? They're all the time playing games. I don't know how to tell this for you. Just don't have any seriousness. Just rewind the statement. If thoughts create reality, what are you telling your child or what are you thinking about a child? He always plays games. You see your husband or spouse coming late to a function that you wanted them to come early and say, you always come late. You never come on time. What are you telling? You are there walking, climbing the steps, and suddenly your knee is paining and say, gosh, my knee never heals. Is that what you're telling yourself? Thoughts create reality. So, dear friends, it must give us enough understanding. If this statement is true, we start questioning, where are my thoughts? Are they all over? But here is the thing, if thoughts create reality, we change our thoughts and we change our future. Meditation changes our thought. We must have a beautiful future as you see in this picture. I was captivated this beautiful mountain. Anybody can guess? I would like to go where this is. Must be somewhere in the United States, maybe. It sounds like, Mount Rainier or something. Change your thoughts and change your future. It can be as beautiful like this as possible. Whatever that we want, we can change our thoughts and then Mount Fuji, okay, Japan, great, wonderful. Meditation changes the thoughts. So let's dwell a little bit deeper here. What is the state of a mind? Full of negative thoughts and limiting beliefs. Full. And these thoughts are producing several neurotransmitters that drive emotions and feelings in the body. When thoughts are there, for example, you're thinking about a business failure. Every time you have to make a big decision, then suddenly the business failure comes and says, "Oh, I am not good enough. I don't think I can take a decision. It's not possible. This time also I'll fail. If I fail, it's going to be really bad." The moment you're saying that, suddenly it's because you remember the old business failure, how horrible it was that time, all those memories come. Then you have this negative that produces a feeling. The feeling produces a thought again and goes back to feeling because the old memories and emotions come. It's called thinking feeling loop. We're stuck in it. Cells that fire together, wire together. Now apply this principle. You're repeating the thoughts. You're repeating, saying, "Oh, it's going to be very difficult. I'm going to really make bad decisions." You're repeating it, and so it becomes stronger. Now, what do you create more of it then? You create more failures because that's what you're reinforcing. These are called beliefs that become, they call, whatever that repeats becomes a belief, limiting beliefs they called. You believe now that you are going to make very poor decisions, and so then you're going to have failures. And so then you attract failures, reinforcing to you that, yes, see, I've created one more failure because I'm not good. And so you reinforce that. And so it goes as an eternal loop. It becomes a strong, thick limitation sitting in your subconscious mind like a real hard rope. It's got its grip on us. So we can't come out of it. We got to break that. Limiting beliefs have to be changed. So the state of mind, dear friends, there is so much stress, and so 50,000 negative thoughts a day. Mental stress is one of the biggest ones. So your mind is everywhere. There's so much stress in their thoughts. So first part of the mind is negative thoughts. 50,000 thoughts, 85 are negative. All the time worry for every little thing. Can I open my mouth and speak? Am I doing right? Did I not speak? Why did I not speak? Oh, I spoke. Did I speak right? Everything is a problem. Worry, negative thought. Then what kind of reality we can create? Beliefs. I just said limiting beliefs. It is hard to change reality. I'm short-tempered. I'm not smart. I'm not a lucky person. Things don't go my way. Women have so many limitations. This is one of the biggest myths, biggest limiting belief. I don't have enough time to live. It's very difficult to even take them and say, is it a limitation? Come on, guy. I mean, it's happening in front of me. I've got like so many kids to manage, and I've got a job to do, house to manage, and this and that. And how can you say that I have enough time? Friends, I started applying this. When I understood there is a limitation, all it requires is to change the thought and say, I have plenty of time to do my sadhana, to take care of my home, to go and do the job, and yet realize my dreams. And then so I apply this science towards my goals. And when you say that, you'll be astonished to see how time gets created. You have to experiment this, and meditation will help you to accelerate the process. So limiting mind, beliefs and perceptions, I can't do, it's not possible kind of statements, full of limitations of life. 90% of life is through it. This is research. The third thing is a disconnected mind from the intelligence that's out there. When you're disconnected from an intelligent, what we call a whole mind, one mind, we're not even aware that there are miracles possible, that I can connect to it. But we're totally disconnected, not even aware there is something intelligence out there. When you experience something in your life, I can't believe this is happening to me. I never thought I'll ever do this kind of stuff. You experience a miracle. But when you connect to this intelligence that is out there, miracles are possible every day. People who meditate, I'm sure, will hear. And how many people here, if you experience a miracle in your life, can you write? After attending this program or coming to meditation, please write in the chat if you experience any miracle. So miracle is what? Experience something uncommon. For some, simply healing their leg that they never thought will heal is a miracle. For some, getting a job in a Google, which they never ever even dreamt in their life, is a miracle, isn't it? It's relative. It's okay. Right? So, dear friends, we're going through some of the science of meditation here because we're trying to build up the story. Yes, miracle happened here. Renika and many of them are writing here. Time anxiety issues gone. So mapping, mind you, this program will bring a little bit of science into it. So there'll be here and there physics and neuroscience come and go. So mapping our brain to this. And so at a high level, this is just a logical, a little bit so they get the concepts right. It is not exactly like this in the brain. There's no such clear separation, but we can get it. The big part of the brain, human brain, it's called also neocortex, a scientific term here, that whether you call that, the bluish color, is the conscious mind. 50,000 thoughts, negative thoughts in there. The small yellow color shape is the subconscious mind. It's called feeling center, emotional brain. The first one, the neocortex, the big one is called human brain because humans process, animals don't. And humans process that to think. It's called conscious mind. If you can create many things through it. The limbic brain is a feeling center. You experience many things through it. Your 90% life is through this tiny brain. They disconnected from one mind, the whole field, the energy around everything out there encompassed, all of it is called one mind, the mind of everything out there. Brahman. It's called quantum field of energy from quantum phase perspective. We are disconnected. We're not even aware that there's a field of intelligence that can help me. We are aware there is something called intuition. No one knows that intuition to be developed. We think intuition is there from birth. Intuition can be developed. Meditation is the greatest tool, greatest method to become a greatest intuitive being, intelligence that you draw from this field. And so that is called one mind. We're disconnected, not aware. And so, dear friends, if thoughts create reality, our mind is limited, mind is restless everywhere, it's fully disconnected, we must repair it and restore it. Then we got a great future. Do you agree with me? And what's the formula? Meditation and wisdom. The wisdom is the manifestation science we're going to go through in this program for manifestation. And meditation is what brings a lot of awareness in our life to apply the wisdom so that we can realize great life and realize our dreams and goals. Right? Meditation is very, very scientific. It trains the mind. And so I'm just talking the top point here. I'm going to skip through because these points will be explained in another session 3 in more detail, right? So that we can get to meditation pretty quickly now. I still have some more sessions before we end this today. We have, I believe, 2 or 45-minute sessions, right? So close to 1.5 hours, must start meditation. So 3 reasons, the 3 minds are there. One mind, limiting mind. Meditation removes limitations, helps reprogram the subconscious mind. Just hold the thought there. All right, there is a reason of why, and this slide will be explained tomorrow. Second, meditation brings a lot of focus and rests the conscious mind. These are all scientific understanding is what we put here. All right. Many people will come and tell you how they became calmer and all that is there. But this is scientifically saying meditation brings focus because a lot of brain waves change into a fast learning state, an alpha state, a theta state, and blah, blah, many more things are there. All right. But various reasons, as people regularly meditate, then automatically they become very focused. Okay. Third, meditation is helping us to connect to this one mind or the quantum field of energy. All right. It is right meditation will automatically place us into the field. We drop our body in the next, we start meditation shortly. We transcend the body and so go into this field of energy. And automatically you're there in that energy in every meditation, especially breath meditation we practice here. The meditation helps to connect to the one mind. So a disconnected mind becomes connected to the one mind, and restless mind becomes a very restful, relaxed, calm mind. And the limiting mind, when you look into our limiting beliefs, and so slowly, slowly we change the limiting beliefs that are there in the subconscious mind and become an expansive, into an expansive state. Those who think, oh, I can't do this because I don't have good education, will change and say, hey, tell you what, there are so many people without education have beautifully have succeeded in their life. I too am one and I'm succeeding. This is how your thought will change when you understand this science fully. And so you become more expansive, not limited. Right? So, dear friends, With the change in the mindset, meditation develops an holistic life. And so, essence is that meditation changes everything in our life. You're stressful in your body, become very joyous. Great health is gained. Your mind is fixed. You say, this is not possible, that's not possible. You resist many things. Now you have become growth minded, innovative, curious. You're blaming people, EQ all the time, saying my failures and things that are not possible because of people, because of my father, my mother, my relative, my colleague, friend. All the time blaming people. You actually now take ownership. You blame is stopped. You develop good relationships because you don't blame people anymore. You take ownership. You're thinking, the world is limited. This is not possible. I missed the deadline. I missed my mark. This and that. Scarcity thinking. You move in abundance thinking because there is infinity of experience to have. And you no longer feel that you have to decide everything. You moved in a heart-based model where you tune into your intuitive mind, and then you know what to do and make your life very meaningful and purposeful. All of this happen with meditation. It's bound to happen. How many people here who practice meditation? I see several of you have done this meditation in the past with us. How many of you experience some of the circles have become true for you? Please say that in the chat. How many of you? As you practice 140 days, second 40 day, third 40 day, and more, you notice some of the changes are coming into your life. Please, when you're choosing and writing, select everyone so everyone sees it. So, dear friends, we pause here. True. Yes, many of you are saying thank you. All right. Okay. So we're getting to what is this meditation. So let's practice some meditation before I take on to the 5 sutras of meditation so we can end the session for today. Is the session scheduled for 2.5 hours or 2 hours 45 minutes? Can you tell? Host or tech host?
2 hours 45 minutes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. So we have time till 8:45. Good. So meditation is a process to go within. 2 steps in it. First step, we were saying, end the restless thoughts of the mind. We've got these thousands and thousands of thoughts every day. Can I rest the mind? Can I slowly take it down to an empty state or a very few thought state? And the earlier charts, one of the charts, the graph is there. The graph is showing delta, theta states, theta state and delta state. Delta state is almost no thought. Theta state is a few thought. A low frequency, few thought state. So meditation is to end the restless thoughts of the mind. We got to go into an empty state of the mind. Then automatically we connect to this quantum field of energy, that one mind called intelligence. Automatically it happens. So we were to work for step 1, step 2 happens. And what do you do for step 1? Observe the breath with your eyes closed. Observing the breath. That's why this meditation is so simple. You'll be astonished. Those of you first timers who are here, just observe the breath with your eyes closed. That's it. And then automatically, slowly, my thoughts come down. Mind goes into emptier states. Thoughts come again, we go back and do the breath, observe the breath. Again, the mind goes into empty states. After a little while, again, thoughts come, we go and then observe the breath, again, go to the empty states. And you're empty, step 2 is happening automatically. Are you with me on this? So here is the process of meditation. Process of meditation is then like this. We sit down comfortably, as seen in the picture, on a sofa or in a chair or on the floor, crossing your feet at ankle, fingers into fingers, hands rested in your lap, and you're closing your eyes. Those of you wearing glasses or spectacles, remove them. And be in a very comfortable posture. If required, take a back support, and then be there. Spine need not be erect. You sit in this posture. That's a posture, right? Sitting comfortably with the legs crossed, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, closing eyes, and that's a posture. Now observe the breath. Where do you observe the breath? You put your attention on the nose. Anywhere is fine. And observe your in-breath and out-breath at that point. If you put your attention at the root of the nose, like in the middle of the eyebrows, or you put attention at the tip of the nose where the nostrils are they start. Just there, observe the breath. You see, air is going in and coming out. I want you to just observe the breath at that point. It's natural breath. No inhalation, exhalation, forceful inhalation, exhalation. Don't manipulate the breath. Don't do pranayama here. You're simply sitting down, closing your eyes, your attention on the nose, observing the breath at one point on the nose. Any point is okay. But at that point, notice the breath going through the nostril in, and it's coming out from the body, coming out and then going out. At that point, only observe. Don't try to follow the breath all the way into the body. Don't follow that. Simply observe the breath on the nose at one point. When you do that, slowly, mind is becoming empty. Thoughts are coming down, come down, mind goes into empty states. Be in that state. If you notice anytime thoughts, come back to the breath. If you have continuous thought, continuously try to be with the breath. With the breath, suddenly you are going to empty states. Suddenly thoughts come and come to breath. Again, thoughts come to the breath. If thoughts are continuous, try to be with the breath with the breath continuously. After a little while, it is out a little bit. In the session of whatever time you're going to do, there's no way, and very few people can be totally empty in the whole duration. It is not necessary. Those of you new, I want to caution. Thoughts will be plentifully coming. When they come, you have to go to breath. Your measure of meditation, the success of meditation, is not by how much empty you are in the duration. That is not at all the concern. Somebody sits in the meditation process now, we're going to start shortly. And let's say we're going to meditate for half an hour. And somebody says, oh, I have full of thought and thought and thought. It is okay. You still have a good meditation. So thoughts, I'm warning, will be there. And then thoughts, let them be there. The guidance is when thoughts are there, without judging, come to breath. While the goal is to go into empty state of mind, it happens not by you forcing it. Instead, you observing the breath as many times as possible. When thoughts are there, you are slowly going into emptier state. Whether it happens or not doesn't matter. All that matters is you start with the breath, and slowly you would have gone to empty states, and just be there. When you notice thought, come to the breath. All right, friends? So we're going to practice meditation now. I'll come to this heart elevation technique something tomorrow. And so we'll start meditation now. And before I start meditation, I'd like you to take another pause, another minute, and write the second message, or talk to the person in your room and say, what have I learned so far in this time? Initially, we said there are thoughts create reality. And then post that, I said, our mind is full of negative thought. Limitations are there. Restlessness is there. It is disconnected from this whole intelligence. Meditation and wisdom brings it back and then restores all of it. And so our mind changes, and so life changes, right? So can you write a second message, or can you recollect and write that in your notes? Talk to the person in your room. Before we start the meditation. Okay. Before I start the meditation, Bharat, can you play the video of Patrisara meditation?
Sir, I have breathing problems due to adenoids. Can meditation help me overcome it?
Meditation helps you overcome every problem, A to Z. You don't have to name any problem. Name of the problem is not required.
But how do I know that meditation can help me overcome it? Because
Start doing meditation, that's all. Meditation is the only answer for every question. It is the only solution for every problem. Whatever may be the problem, go into meditation, you will overcome the problem. Nobody should suffer with any problem. There is no need for suffering at all. Nobody should suffer. Everybody should do meditation. And everybody should be always happy, bubbling, celebrating, joyful, dancing. No problems. No physical problems, no emotional problems, no mental problems, no financial problems, no social problems. Nobody should have any problem. When they have meditation, there will be no problem at all. Without meditation, all problems are there. Physical problems, emotional problems, family problems, relationship problems, money problems. All problems are there because there is no meditation. They don't do meditation. They don't learn the new science of meditation. Meditation is must. After 24 hours, 2 hours you must close your eyes and observe your breathing. That is meditation. For everybody, including Prime Minister, they should do meditation. Everybody needs meditation. Whether you are a farmer or a businessman or a student or a teacher or a bus driver or a bus conductor or a Prime Minister or a President or a Chief Minister, everybody needs meditation. That's why we are teaching meditation to everybody. We don't want any problems to anybody. 24 hours are there, 2 hours, do meditation.
Done? Okay, great. So keeping that as a beautiful message, if problems go away, then the next step is to bring our dreams into reality. That's what it is. It's not a problem anymore. That means you're experiencing what you want, right? Another way to talk about it. So let's go into this practice of meditation, dear friends, at this time, and then we'll come back to knowing more about if our thoughts create reality, and our current state of mind is that full of negative thinking, limited thinking, disconnected thought, and so meditation can restore it. We practice a meditation, we come back, and then see what is the science of manifestation. How do I get my thought to be fully focused towards what I want? And I call it 5 sutras of manifestation. We get introduced here today in the session and follow it up with more details in the next 4 sessions, right? So now for meditation, relax yourself, sit comfortably, relax your body. And then those of you, meditation is best when your rooms are darkened, curtains are drawn, lights are switched off, room is quiet enough so that you don't get distracted from the external sounds and noises. And those it's not possible to darken the room, of course, anyway, closing your eyes, but if you cannot remove the noise, then wear in noise cancelling headphones, earphones. It's great. So I'm going to play some light music and also do brief guidance. And I'd like you to practice observing the breath to begin with. And slowly, slowly, as the mind is becoming empty, just be there in the states of emptiness. Anytime thoughts come back to breath. If thoughts are not there, just be in whatever state you are in. But if there is a thought and you know it is a thought, come to the breath again, start the process all over. Do not open your eyes, even if you notice a lot of thought. Are you determined right now to sit through it? And so make the determined, if you are determined, then sit through it, don't open your eyes, because just by keeping your eyes closed, you have a lot of benefit, right? Relax yourself, dear friends, with your eyes closed. Fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, glasses removed, eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap comfortably rested, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath with your attention on your nose. Observe your breath. When you observe, your mind slowly becomes empty and you self to merge into your breath. And then you self to experience that calmness, emptiness. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly go into that calmness, emptiness inside of you, all around you. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness. Inside of you, all around you. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy, the field of limitless possibilities. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, the more insightful you become, the more experiences you draw into your life. Stay aware of this emptiness, that blackness, where there's no body, where there's no thing. This is the field of abundance of energies. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, energy, the more miraculous you become. Merge into the emptiness of yourself, your divine self. This is that greater mind friend. Friends, at this time, I'd like you to express gratitude. Gratitude to all things and everyone. Can you express gratitude to your parents for giving this beautiful connection to life? Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Your gratitude to all the people in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, everybody, for helping you experience, helping you learn many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, for filling your lives with beauty, energy, mystery, and more. Your gratitude to everything you use, the technology, the system, the companies, the governments that support your life in many, many ways. Your gratitude to yourself and for caring for you and caring for others, and gratitude to your intelligent universe for helping you experience this beautiful life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoy the session. Pat on your back. We have done close to 40 minutes of meditation. It's a big deal for first timers. This program will have longer meditations from the next session onwards, but then they're very, very easy to do. Whether you had a lot of thought or no thought or not aware, or you felt you slept or many, many things, but be certain that you had a good meditation, because every meditation is good. Please write in the chat how you felt. If anyone would like to share how you felt in this meditation? So their experience of meditation can be many, since there are beginners, several beginners. I'm just listing it here. How many felt lightness in your body? Please write it in the chat, lightness. You might have felt heaviness. Head is heavy, hands are heavy, shoulders are, the body was heavy, right, heaviness. movements in your body light swinging left side, right side, forward, backward, head is jerking up like this every now and then. That's movements. You had pains anywhere, you didn't have them, but in meditation they came. And then by the time you complete it, it's not there anymore. Or maybe some of you may be continuing to have. And you are there, but there is something inside your body rotating, some kind of rotation inside. That Kundalini energy rotation is what manifests as some rotation inside. You don't know, but there's something happening. Whirling, your body is rotating, real whirling sensation inside, or your body floating sensation, where your body is lifting up. Body movements feels like falling ahead, slight movement side to side. It's and then at Muladhara chakra, so there is some kind of energy that's going up. Or it's feeling rotation right side eyes. So whirling sensations, floating. Floating means your body is all lifting up. Anybody feel that? Non-existence of body organs or entire body. Sometimes the head is there, but nothing else is below the head is not there. Anybody feel that? Now, or your fingers are not there, or your shoulders are not there. Some part of the body is not there. Then how many people saw colors? You're sitting, you're observing the breath, and as you go into the empty state, and you start seeing, color after color after color, dots or circles or patterns or many things. Anybody see patterns? Geometric patterns? Non-existence of the body, blue color, purple, yellow color, different colors. How many people felt sleepy or they thought they slept because you were there and you next moment you heard, okay, please. I said, you may open your eyes. That's what you're hearing. Okay. That's possible. Some cannot express what that is. How many people felt very blissful? How many are feeling very calm? But they felt real blissful in meditation. You are laughing, you're crying intensely, you're joyful, tears are coming. How many felt that? You had seen intense light, you were bathing in light, you don't know what that is, but you are like one with something. Okay, last, how many wanted this meditation to continue for more time? Some said light tears in the beginning, very joyful, did not want to come out at all. Yes. Some are saying they wanted to continue it. How many felt, oh man, when is this going to end? This is going on and on and on. Is there anybody like that who felt that way? It's too long. So when people are writing up for what? Longer, you wanted to continue. Okay. Wonderful. So both are possible. You see, the spectrum of experience are possible because we are entering into this field of infinity. And when you're in this field of infinity, infinite experience are possible. What does infinite mean? Limitless. Anything is possible. And infinity means anything. There's no limit. So when we transcend a body, we are stepping into the field of quantum, which is infinite field. Or spiritual science wise speaking, you are becoming one with the Brahman, the existence, that consciousness, which is infinitely potential. So anything can happen. And so that's what we experience, anything. You can't put a logic and say why this way, that way. Although we can explain that as the experience of the five energy bodies. I mean, the five bodies, panchakoshas. But all that is outside the purview of this program for this manifestation workshop. A lot of that we cover in detail in a 40-day program, which you can join. It's also free of cost, right? Our intention is to see that each of us become an expert of meditation and then make most out of it in building a great life, right? Okay. All right, friends. So with this, and this meditation was done today, is what we're going to practice tomorrow, day after, in each session. I'm going to also talk about another technique tomorrow morning in the first session, which is starting at 6 o'clock. another technique called heart elevation, and combine that for meditation with some kind of intentions and all of it. Now, before you lose some of you, then I want to introduce, if thoughts create reality is true, and we've gone through a few theories and sciences and research, then we want to train our mind and reshape our mind. And so then we said meditation is a great way. Then what are the other ways that you can direct yourself to be and focus towards things that you want? And that we call it 5 sutras of manifestation, right? And so I'd like to introduce the sutras, and then we have one of our master leaders, Rishikesh, to talk about his personal experience. And then we have a little bit of time for Q&A. If there is, then we can go through Q&A for today. But tomorrow, when you come for session 2, I'd like you to come up with a chart paper and sketch pens and pencils, because tomorrow in the first session 2, we're going to set up your goals and then draw vision boards, what we call. We'll talk about this now as 5 sutras of manifestation. And part of that is to set up goals and draw vision boards. So let's see what they are. So we come back to this. Our thoughts and feelings create your reality. So change your thoughts, change your future. And so we call this, and how do we do it? Manifestation science. This is where we introduce it. 5 sutras. Sutra 1 is setting goals, visualizing the future. Sutra 2, develop focus. Focus, one-point mindedness on what you want, so that you can be focused on that goal. 3 is developing openness. You're open. Anything can happen anytime, so you're open. No matter what you experienced in the past, no matter what people have been telling you, or they continue to tell you now, you still are very open that yes, what you're wishing for is possible. Reprogramming the limitations that are there, which are causing us. And so we need to work on reprogramming all the limitations, because they cause 90% of our life to be limited. Then another very important step is to accept your current situation. Whatever you're going through right now, accept the situation. Oh, that's a big deal. How can I just accept? Because I've gone through a big loss. But how do you accept? Meditation will come to a great rescue, and the knowledge will help us to slowly understand and go into an acceptance. We'll talk about that. So these 5 sutras are can be developed. The qualities of these can be greatly developed with regular meditation and right knowledge. We'll learn some knowledge in the next 4 sessions. And then you will we'll refer several books. And so you can learn the rest of the knowledge as you practice this meditations with a clear understanding, so that you can manifest your goals, no matter what that is. Please underline, no matter what that is. So Sutra 1, set goals and visualize your future. We need to know what I want, isn't it? We need to know what I want. Otherwise, then one day one thing, another day another thing, 1 week later one more thing, because we're constantly influenced from people. And so first thing we do is to document what I want. We call that a vision board. If you document what you want, even 1 month later, suddenly your friends are telling you, you know what, I'm trying to relocate to this country because great things are there. And then you're thinking, oh, should I go to that country? Somebody says, okay, this, and should I go and then go into this field? You've forgotten your goals. At least documentation will help you to go back and say, oh, this is what I really wanted. Now, what do you really want? Do you have clarity? There are so many things are there. What is that exactly you want? Meditation gives clarity. Now, I won't say in the next 3 days you will get that clarity of everything you want, but in due course, you will have your super clarity of what do I want? What kind of job? What kind of field? Where do I want to live? What do I really need? Wealth? Do I really need peace of mind? What is that I'm looking for? How do I start my nonprofit? How do I develop skills to read more books, if that's what it is? Is that what I want right now? I want to read more books, or just actually go on and do more work? What do I want? Clarity is required. Meditation builds clarity. Why do I want what I need? Is there a reason why I want something? For example, a lot of times, because we all grow up together, we all work together, we have a lot of colleagues together. If the moment somebody buys a home, let's say they invested into a second home in a farmhouse, somebody, then we say, oh, okay, they invested in that farmhouse somewhere, new project. I also should get one. Does it really make sense? I also should get one. I will also rush in. I'll also commit to buying another home. Required, not required, there's no rational. Just because they bought it, I also should. Otherwise, I'll have a FOMO. I'll miss out. Oh. So we just simply go just because others are doing, get influenced. But is it required? Am I going to get into and waste a lot of my time, energy, and peace of mind because I've just got into committing another thing? It seems they're not required. What is that I need? Just because my few colleagues got promotion, should I get promotion? Should I be better off in doing that extra time? If I get promoted, I do different things. Can I be using that time towards something I really care for, like my music? I'm a non-profit. Is it better? I just simply get more money and some more promotion? What is required? The clarity is needed. Meditation will give that clarity when you tune into your heart. Your heart is telling, hey, go and then spend the time because you know this is real in helping others. Your mind is telling, oh, more money, so it's better, let's go there. I'm not saying money is bad. I'm saying that what is that your need at this time? That's important. And many people want money. And of course, and in my company, I wanted to grow so that there is beautiful amount of money can be realized, which I wanted to plow it back into a lot of spiritual causes. And I'm happy about it. It happened. So developing, documenting goals, and we call this a vision board. We'll talk about this tomorrow in detail. All you need is a chart paper. You can bring a chart paper. Light colors are better, and then pencils, pens, and colors, crayons, kind of stuff you can bring, and use that in drawing a vision board tomorrow in the session, and then meditate with it in some process. And then the second aspect is that once you draw the goals, then we visualize the future. This is called daydreaming. We visualize the future ahead of the time. So you think of what experience you need if the goals are met, what experience you'll have if the goals are met. You want a lot of money, you want growth, you want to start a nonprofit. Why? If you start a nonprofit, what is it going to do? You're going to teach meditation, you're going to help a lot of people, give them some kits, this and that. Visualize all of that is happening. It's called visualizing the future experience as if it's happened for you. So you're drawing goals through vision boards, setting goals, and then visualizing the future if the goals have happened is Sutra 1. So when do you visualize all that will tomorrow in the session, but you do it regularly. Best time is after meditation. So, meditations, we will have some meditations in the next 4 sessions where you visualize the future also. As I mentioned in the beginning, it's a very, very practical experiential workshop, not just theory. Second, Sutra is developing focus. We need to be, once I set goals, I need to be focused on that goal. I need to be with that. I can't just say today this one, tomorrow, so I need 2 days later on something else, another thing, or 10 goals, 20 goals. Some people come to the workshop and we do this workshop as quantum creation workshop, physically in person, 2 days. And people they write 20 things. There's so many things are there. You write and then tomorrow you add one more. You see, you have some energy. You have $100. And if you are put towards one experience, you can gain that experience maximum. You put it for 100, then $100 divided to 100. Each one get $1. So you get a little bit of each one. Not satisfied. So you need to narrow it down to something and focus on one thing, something that it happens, right? Like a laser beam focused. And so it can pierce through, a beam of laser, a normal light bulb of a 60 watt. If that 60 watt is a light bulb is diffused light, but if you can actually focus it, that's laser beam. If it's focused like a beam of light, and that can cut through the steel, that's the power. So the mind, if it is diffused into many, many things without knowing, then the energy is dissipated, diffused. But if it's focused, then it can pierce through, it can bring that intention, that energy, bringing that energy into matter. Observation brings possibility. You've got to be super focused. And so we need to develop the sustained focus. It comes not just because of concentration. That is, concentration is there when your health is good, your mental well-being is great, your emotional regulation is super, then only you can have focus. If you argue with your partners, then you're not focused. For a few days, you're not even on your goal. You're only seeing, how do I really, win over the other person in my arguments? You're gone against your goal. Your goal is not there in your picture. You are busy trying to, justify why you're right. All your energy is that. You're not focused on the goal at all. So focus is important. Meditation is a great way to bring that focus back to your friends. Third sutra is being open to possibilities. There are any possibilities exist. A lot of times what you set out, there is a setback. If you get a setback, then suddenly say, is it really happening? Oh, I don't think it's happening. You come to a quick conclusion. Sometimes it's difficult to believe what you're setting out is possible. But you see, anything can happen anytime. Suppose you are visiting a beautiful energy spot or whatever. Let's say you're going to Niagara Falls. You go there and then you see clouds. Let's say, oh, clouds are there. I don't think today is going to happen. You stop. Because you're just seeing clouds and then rain can happen. And so then it's unnecessary to stop. But who knows? The clouds can move away in the next moment, right? It can happen. Things can change so many times we know it. You try to go to a client, the client said, no, don't come this quarter. Now you conclude and say, oh, client said this, no, don't come this quarter. You tell to all your colleagues. If somebody wants to attempt, you say, no, you told me, so don't go. But what is the chance of client changing his mind or her mind a week later so that they still can give you a deal this quarter? Is it possible? If the answer is possible, that's what this thing is saying. Be open. A student prepares for an exam, but only prepared 50%. Then the student is concluding in his mind, oh, definitely I'm going to fail. Definitely I'm going to get only 50 or 40. Now, what is the chance that student actually gets 90, even though prepared for 50% of the syllabus? What is the chance? Is there a possibility? Can anybody tell? You prepare for 50% of the session, lecture, call it chapters, but you can still get 90%. Is it possible in an exam? If the answer is yes, and you know that it's possible, because sometimes the examiner, the people who set the question paper are only giving questions from those 50% of the chapters. So then you get 90% easily. Yes, you can. So why should you conclude and say, I'm going to fail, I'm not going to get? It doesn't help. Instead, if you are open, then maybe it happens, and maybe then you draw, maybe you write well, and maybe you still pass. So different. This is called being open to the possibilities, even though your conventional wisdom says it's not possible, because anything can happen anytime. That's Sutra 3. This is also called keeping your doors open. Don't close the doors just because you see something, hear something. Be very open until the last moment, because until the last moment it is open. Salespeople are actually like that. Many of them are wait for the last moment before they say it's not possible, because it can still be possible. Are you with me on this? And how does it get developed? When you meditate, when you experiment on this manifestation process more and more, you'll come to a greatest conclusion that even if I'm living with an illness that is not possible as medical science, you'll come to a great conclusion. A, I'm open, I'm optimistic, I'm going to go and see what happens. You will. Then you will succeed in the process because you're not concluding with yourself beforehand. Please take a moment and write about the three sutras you learned so far. First one we said is set goals, visualize. Second one is focus. It requires good health, physical, mental, emotional, all health, good health. Then you can be focused, otherwise not. Third one is being open. Can you write a small message? Write it down, talk to the person next to you and explain. You explain, other person next to you again explains back to you, so that way your understanding is better. and reflect upon these with respect to your life goals and how many times you closed the doors by yourself just because you thought, oh, this is not right, it's not going to happen. You are a classic case, but people are working, right? If you're a leader, now you got a delivery, it's coming up, and then you're only meeting 70%, 30% is not there. Then what is it that your mind will conclude? Yeah, I'm going to get ripped off in the client meeting, and my boss is going to review and say, okay, why do you guys miss so much? What is the chance that the meeting will go through beautifully, even though delivering 70%? Sometimes a client only cares something very important in that 70%. It's possible that the 2-hour meeting only got reduced to half an hour because that day there's something happened. And so the client is only got half an hour, is only asking about the top things and you are done. So you still have a great meeting, it. But we miss the point and we worry about the worst case. That's not going to help. So being open means that it is okay. I will go and see what happened. The best can still happen, isn't it? That's the openness. So with that, let's go forward and then see Sutra 4 is reprogramming limiting beliefs. This is a full session we're going to cover on Sunday morning on this. If 90% of our goals are sabotaged because of limitation that we have in our life, then it needs enough attention. And how do I identify limiting beliefs? Meditation helps us to identify. When you read books and we read success stories of other people, then you're able to understand what is the limitation you're thinking. For example, when you read, if you think you're right, if you think you can do, you're right. When you think you can't do, you're still right. That's what Henry Ford said. You reflect upon statement, you read his autobiography, you know how he thought about, how people told him, hey, what are you thinking? An automobile that can take you from this place to that place in 1 hour? What are you thinking about? Obviously, people had really told him many times it's not possible, but he defied it. He went forward. Read a book called Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach. Jonathan Livingston Seagull. You will know what it means to believe in yourself and go forward. That seagull defies all the conventional wisdom, what all elders are pushing and pulling it down, but still it went ahead and then practice, and did something very unthinkable. Read that book. It'll really open up a lot of gates for it. So that is reprogramming limiting beliefs is to remove limitations that are generally being conditioned by environment, the media, the people around you, influential people around you, and then your personal experience of the past. All of that makes us to think that, okay, this is going to be difficult and not possible, right? Then the last one, dear friends, is if you want to be creating a new future, if you want to be positively imagining about a future, then there is no scope for you to be thinking and feeling sad and bad and low about what is going through you right now. Then the question is, can you accept it? Is there a way you can go into an acceptance of the current situation? Because if you're not, let's say you're very frustrated about your children not listening to you, but you want them to greatly take up some project or some job or something, but they don't listen to you. You're frustrated. Now, do you think you can manifest a great future? Because you're frustrated. Now, thoughts create reality, feelings create reality. Then what will you gain more? You'll gain more frustrating moments. So then what is the solution? Can I accept it? Can I get into a neutral state at least? How do I do it? Acceptance, whichever way you do it, but you got to go into and accept the current experience. You recognize what you're experiencing today is based on yesterday's thought. Now you're ready to change your thought to something different. So then can I accept and say, okay, my today is based on past, but my tomorrow should be better. So let me change my thought to different, maybe feeling. If you have that understanding and you need awareness to stick to it, meditation helps you to stick to that with awareness. So that's why this knowledge comes into application when you regularly meditate, because meditation builds awareness. In that moment, it needs to come to your rescue. Everybody knows this, but they cannot implement because they don't have meditation. That's why Patricia told in that video that meditation is a single solution to all problems to be solved, an answer to all questions, because the answer to question is that intuitive mind is giving you a lot of answers. So gratitude is a great way to accept the current situation, no matter what, because you always have something to be grateful for. You were rejected an interview. What can I be grateful for? At least you got an interview call. So many people can't even apply for interview because they are not even eligible. You are applying for interview, getting calls. So that means you have a chance to go there. They don't even think they don't have a chance. So how grateful you can be. So friends, we think that way. There are so many things to be grateful for that moves you into a higher emotion. When you have acceptance and gratitude in a higher emotion, you can think of a great future. If you're low in emotion, you can't think of future. So that's the equation. So when you have this as a fifth sutra, and then when you do these five things combined, you are always in a very focused, miraculous, expansive thought about your future and a goal. And so that it must come, if thoughts create reality, as those placebo effect, as many successful leaders have proven, as quantum physics experimentation showing up, is true. And spiritual science, where it has been told in our ancient scriptures, is then true. Then it must become true for us. Right? So that's the Five Sutra manifestation. In the next four sessions, we're going to drill down deeper on these. Tomorrow, we're going to drill down deeper in the first session in the morning, Saturday morning India time. We're going to go deeper into these goals and visualizing the future. And so I mentioned that you can bring chart papers with color pencils and pens. All right, friends? So thank you. I would like us to take a few minutes of your time to have our master, Rishikesh, share his experience of how meditation is helping him. And then we conclude it logically. And post that, I will stay here for 15 minutes or so. If anybody has questions or want to share, you can share. But then when we conclude, people can leave. Yes.
So I'll introduce Rishikesh sir once.
Please introduce.
Rishikesh Shrikant Dabare is a senior IT transformation leader in the banking and financial technology domain. He currently holds the position of Vice President Application Management and Delivery at BNY Mellon Technology in Pune. He began his meditation journey with Buddha CEO in July 2020 and has experienced numerous benefits through breath mindfulness meditation, successfully manifesting his goals. Additionally, Rishikesh serves as the India Regional Lead for Asian Community Engagement, ACE, allowing him to contribute to the community by organizing events and promoting the benefits of mindfulness meditation within his organization. Presently, Rishikesh actively volunteers as a core member of Buddha CEO, dedicating his efforts in organizing physical introductory sessions for the public and corporates in Pune. Over to you, sir. Sir, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much, Kia, for for your kind introduction. So, first of all, my heartfelt gratitude to Chandra sir, Vani ma'am, and entire Buddha CEO team for all the wisdom, all the meditation, the knowledge that we have been learning through for last like more than 5 years now. So my meditation journey really started sometime back in 2016, 17. So I started with Vipassana. It was really a great experience then, and I felt I made up my mind like when I'm going to practice Vipassana or Anapanasati meditation, going back home, but going back into the material world, with all the responsibilities coming back up again, it kind of I made up a belief for me that this is something I won't be able to continue, and I'll do something when I I'm getting retired, or probably I'm done with all my material responsibilities. Having said that, way back in July 2020, a message landed into my WhatsApp, and then I just signed up for that program. The specific benefit that I saw, with that specific 40-day session that I started with, I was fortunate to, have a leave during that COVID time, and then, focus and do the meditation every day morning without fail. That's something, I was, seeing that, difference. But I was, in fact, doubting myself, how is it really going to work when I go back to my office work, with, stressful situations, critical projects to handle, talk to, senior leadership, presenting them how it's really going to work. One of the experience that, really happened to me, joining office after like 10 days, and then I had, a critical, project to deliver with, shorter timelines. Um, that there was a meeting that I had to call in, and then, many senior people had to get them on call, and get them to agree to a plan that I wanted them all to, contribute to make this delivery happen. I was, expecting that, few people there would not be really cooperative. However, something, happened very smoothly without me knowing, and without me, actually acting something, with a deliberation, but it happened so naturally to me that, I was able to manage through that call so well. People, cooperated me, and then we, came out of that call, 5 minutes still to finish, and then we agreed that, okay, this is how we are going to move forward with this. And while I realized that personally, my close colleagues who I, worked daily with, they actually responded back to me saying that, hey Rishi, you managed it so well. I mean, that was something, was a very surprising, a miraculous thing for me. But this has started, happening, recurring in a recurring manner, and all those, different meetings, or how would I would work together with, different people within the organization. Specifically coming to this manifestation, that was again sometime in July 2021. The same program that we are having now, a 5-day session, Friday evening, Saturday and Monday, 5 sessions. I just, happened to miss out on, okay, this is happening. I joined this session 30 minutes into the, session already started, and I just went into that without much expectation there. Uh, the following day, the Saturday, when this specific session that we are going to do tomorrow, in goal setting, right? Uh, I was able to really document my specific goals in less than, like, 5 minutes on a, A4 size, drawing paper. It was so quick. Before that, how it was for me was, okay, I want to, buy a new property. Someone is, investing in a market. Someone is, doing some trading. Probably I want a promotion in my office. Something, to travel all around the world. So different goals that would, pull my thoughts, my energy into different direction. But after this specific session, with the coming out of that meditation, I was able to, really put that onto a goal sheet in a very clear and crisp manner. From a result perspective, uh, when I'm, looking back, right, I'm able to, connect the dots where one of the goals that I had on my goal sheet was to have a promotion with a, salary hike. That was something, I had on my vision board, and that kind of, materialize in less than, like, a week's time. So Monday the session concluded. I concluded that session with an understanding, with a visualization that this has already happened. And surprisingly, I got a call from HR. So it's not that, I was looking for another role within my organization. I was, and then I had, already got, one job offer, but that wasn't really fulfilling all my aspects, like, getting into a new role with a promotion. So I got a call from HR on Wednesday. The meeting was set up with my new manager, supposedly new manager, having that call with me. Thursday, I was interviewed by, 3 people, uh, and they were, they found me, good for, project program management role than more of a, business analyst role. I wanted still to be an individual contributor role. Having said that, uh, the next day, the CIO of APAC region, right, he called me and he wanted to talk with me, and he said that, hey Rishi, I want you to, take additional role of, managing the application, seeing at your skills. And I said, okay, I've not done this being into that role, but I've worked with, many people, who are into that role, so I'll still need that support. And like he said that okay, and then next day Monday morning, like I had a HR confirming that okay, you have been selected for this, and we will be this is going to be a one level up role. So in fact, I had to go through another 3 rounds of conversations within a different leadership team, like cross-functional interview happened and HR conversation happened, but that was very much within 1 week after the first conversation that I had happened. More importantly, what happened, that was COVID time when there were no salary hikes done across organization. People were being asked to go were laid out, right? I got a hike which I had never got in last 8 years within the organization. And to top on that, what happened was I got into a project which was supporting the APAC region, and this was always on my mind. So I had one vision on my one goal on my vision board, said that I don't want to work after 6:30 p.m. So this wasn't really manifesting for quite some time, but with this one specific session, what happened is I changed my tweaked my goal a little bit. So I said what I really want to do after 6 p.m., right? So I said that I want to spend time with my family and friends and doing things that I would like to do on my own terms. And trust me, the project that I had got was to support the Singapore and China, this specific region. So literally after 3:30 p.m., I don't really have any specific calls, meetings scheduled, and then I'm on my own to do all the work that I want to do for myself. So this was like cherry on the cake, where I knew, I mean, BNY Mellon as a bank, it functions in all the geographical locations, all the time zones, right? But I never knew any person, anyone who would be working or have a technology team supporting that specific region, and this kind of came walking my way. So this is the kind of a major shift that I saw. Okay, this specifically thing works. So that is something kind of convinced me so well. And not just this, but I also manifested, me and my wife manifested an admission for my elder son into a school which we were trying for almost like 3 years. And the fourth year, some person who we met with, and he kind of readily agreed, okay, let me see, I can talk to. And then we actually got a call from a school, hey, there is this admission, and you come next day for taking the admission. And many other so probably I would say probably 70% of the things on my vision goal kind of got completed specifically after this manifestation session, the program that we are going through at this point. So yes, I mean, everything is work in progress. I have got those many of the goals accomplished already, and then it's in progress, moving goals that we always would have as we evolve into life and as we make progress. So yes, there are challenges that keeps coming, but then meditation do keep giving that strength to face that and move forward. So yeah, that's briefly about my experience. So yeah, thank you very much, Chandra sir, for sharing all the wisdom. I'm ever grateful to you, all the teachings that comes from PSSM and Patriji. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Rishikesh, for detailing many things that are unexpected happen. That's what you're saying. Things that you thought were just not happening, not possible, are all happening. So this is what we call miracle. Unexpected things, uncommon things happen in a way that you least expect. Imagine. So we will go into the details tomorrow in the session too. Really appreciate you to coming on here, Rishikesh, at a very short notice. This is the beauty of masters. You give them 1 hour, they're ready to share because they just want to give. Thank you. We just told him an hour before, half an hour before, maybe, and then he's ready here. So beautiful friends. So we'll conclude here. Okay. And then we'll meet tomorrow, 6 a.m. India time. And we'll take it from there for session 2. So thank you all. And then if you liked what you heard, so do bring your friends. And then this recording will be there in YouTube and an app. So somebody can listen to this and then get to it, but they still can jump into the session 2 and then take it from there. Okay. So thank you all. It's 9 o'clock. And so I think if anybody has questions or a question or two, if you can write or answer another 5-10 minutes, Otherwise, we can always have opportunity to answer questions in the session 2 and 3 and so on. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful.
Okay.
So grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this.
Yes.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing.
Okay, fine. So we will conclude anyway late. So tomorrow we will group back again. Thank you, Rishikesh.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.